بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you very much for making it today, taking a time to be invested with us today. Please do consider your time today with us as an investment. This is the third annual Sustainable Development. And basically the theme has come after the financial crisis of October 2008. I was running a non-profit organization and I had a theme called Professionals Club where different people, different culture, different religion, different background, we used to sit together every Tuesday for about 2 hours and discuss some of the business challenges, philosophies, and leadership qualities to enhance the organization performance here in the UAE, and has become very successful. When Lehman Brothers announced the collapse, October 2008, I wanted to do something on a bigger scale. So I consulted some of the good friends, some of them are around here in this room. I said, I really want to do something in a bigger scale, something that the nation could really benefit from. And we were very low-key, low-profile when we do the Professionals Club. I want to do something in a bigger scale, so something related to the financial crisis. Because my reading to that crisis is that something coming to last. It's not something that come in and go, like most of us thought earlier at the beginning of it. So an email came back to me from good colleagues from UK and US and India and Japan. This is the 4 nations I received really. And the same subject. They say, Rashid, if you want to do something really for generations and something that to last and people will do appreciate what you're trying to do, go for something called sustainability and sustainable development. Believe it or not, those days, which is October or November 2008, not very much knowledge I had about the subject. It's something that, a buzzword, sustainability. Is it green? Again? So everyone speaks about green now. I discovered no. United Nations has got a very positive move. They had what is called a decade of education for sustainability and sustainable development. And what they have been trying to tell is that they're trying to reorient and educate most of the undeveloped and developing nations like UAE, for example, to tell them, guys, come on, listen, if you do 1, 2, 3 social, economic, and environment together, then you can talk a new language called sustainability. And if you do sustainability, your GDP will go high, everybody will be happy in the society, you'll plus, plus, plus. So I went for more detailed, and the UN was really kind enough to support me. I showed them emails, please, guys, I'm trying to do so and so. I'm expecting a support. And the support came back to me, download a lot of their publications, referring me to some sites, keeping me updated with the figures, and was amazed by what's happening in the globe. Honestly, I never knew that there's about more than 4 billion people, 4 billion, not million people, are living in less than $2 a day. So what the hell you're talking about? What sustainability can be sustained in such globalized, fast-moving world? So it's very difficult. You have to do something. And then I discovered we really all live in a very, very historical turn. Something must be done. It's not that something should be done. Something must be done. If it's not good for this nation, but good for other nation. So I decided to dedicate myself, my life, to uplift, to unlock the potential of people as much as I can. And I decided to come with this theme, Sustainable Development Congress. And I call it a Congress because, as you know, a Congress is a place where different people sit together, probably debate, fight, throw napkins at each other, if you would. Then they decide something. So, and this is what we're hoping to. We decide something. And the network you're having here, different people, different culture, different background, different organization, different part of the world. We're having more than 17 different nationalities this morning in this room. Can you imagine? 17 different nationalities. So you could imagine if you capitalize on the intellectual, the wealth of information, what you can do. You can do wonders, right? So this is what we are trying to tell you, please do. Come, do capitalize, network, do the level best you could. Next generations, the future does not belong to us anymore. It belongs to someone else. It is not a matter of getting to the future. It's a matter of what you're going to do when you reach that future. Are you going to be a poor? Are you going to be a rich? Are you going to share the wealth? No. And this program, what makes it different, that I have added something very new. Again, this is a buzzword called inclusive growth. Inclusive growth is a new term used by the United Nations again. But here we go. If we again don't pay attention to what inclusion means, then again we're fooling ourselves. There will be no sustainability. There will be another bubble coming. And unfortunately, this is what's happening. Just a couple of months back, we thought, the economy is stabilizing, everything is running perfect. Then because of the inclusion is not written in the minds of Arabic leaders, uprising, violations is happening. This is the main reason. A lot of people ask me, why, Rashid, your Arabic world is unstabilized? I said, we're blessed by having a gentleman called Al-Qaddafi. Unfortunately, but that is the reality. They had too much money, but that much money never been distributed. It was only the leading regimes. They have those billions of dollars, but majority of the people, they're living in less than $2 a day. Right? So you cannot move forward. You cannot grow. You cannot be sustained nation if you don't include everyone in the society to be part of the growth. It's not again making money, making a growth, right? It's a matter of making everyone benefiting from that growth, and this is the challenge. So inclusive growth is very important figure. And speakers, thank you very much. I'm sure you have word of wisdoms, you have inspiration to share with us today, especially those who came from overseas to share some of their thoughts, some leading principles. Please do share with us. Sponsors, thank you. You've been a great instrumental backbone of our success. You people, the participants, the delegates, thank you very much for coming. I'm sure at the end of the day, you'll be going back to your organization tomorrow morning with a wealth of information. You'll be having too much to be shared with your colleague. The only thing that we need you, please, to pay attention to what's happening and what comes next. Thank you very much. Thank you. Going back to your organization tomorrow morning with a wealth of information. You'll be having too much to be shared with your colleague. The only thing that we need you, please, to pay attention to what's happening and what comes next. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished guest and participant, I would like to welcome you all to the third edition of the Al-Leem Business Congress meeting on sustainable development. Before I say a few words about that subject, I would like to recognize with appreciation and gratitude the serious effort of Dr. Rashid Al-Leem at organizing these Congress meetings and a number of other professional business and development meetings. The invaluable contribution of Dr. Al-Leem spans a number of programs and activities under the auspices of Al-Leem Knowledge Center, Al-Leem Learning Center, Al-Leem Investment Center, and Al-Leem Foundation. His dedication to disseminating useful information among his community and beyond is commendable. It is admirable that in just 2 years, his Knowledge Center organized 9 different Congress meetings on sustainable development, project management, marketing, and branding and leadership. And 3 more such meetings are scheduled in the coming 9 months. So thank you very much, Dr. Rashid Al-Leem. Thanks are also due to those who made valuable contributions to these meetings through presentations, active participation, and/or commentary. The present Sustainable Development Congress will expectedly take the treatment of the subject to a further level by examining the practices in such sectors and topics as education, energy, food security, IT and communication, and assessing the extent to which these practices contribute to long-lasting positive impact and sustainability. This Congress will hopefully sharpen the discussion and focus on successfully tested practices and how they could be adapted to different areas of development. Now, it is appropriate to make some references to some aspects to what was dealt with in the first two Sustainable Development Congress meetings to set the stage for this third Congress. We have seen that sustainable development calls for the reconciliation of economic, environmental, and social objectives taking into account, as suggested by UNESCO, cultural diversity. Perhaps the latter could be interpreted in some societies to include spiritual consideration. Meanwhile, sustainable development has been defined as development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The previous two Sustainable Development Congress meetings, besides exploring the sustainable development concept, its scope, dimensions, and objectives, they were a forum where successful sustainable development practices were shared among the participants. The following three recommendations were made: to establish a ministry for sustainable development, to identify main factors responsible for sustainable development, and third, a plan for sustainable development at individual